right, everybody. It is 5:30 p.m. in colored people's time, and welcome to Happy Hour. And we are happy. Once again, it's me, it's the V-I-N-C-E, and I hope everybody's doing all right tonight, 'cause we are rounding up and getting ready for the weekend. This service has been officially cut off. Well, not exactly cut off. I had to deal with what was left at Verizon. I don't like calling Verizon customer service, and I'm glad I don't have to anymore. So that service is shut off. And Pugman, I'm glad you're here. I want to thank you. You saved the channel and you kept me alive for the next couple of years until this was no longer needed there because, you know, evolving technologies. But folks, y'all give an extra shout out to Pugman, because without his help, we wouldn't have had a live stream for the last 2 years. He donated to help get me this device in order to continue my channel when I was not able to stream with what I had currently. So I definitely appreciate that. You're in the waiting room at the doctor's office. Well, Chuck E. Cheese, you gotta zip up sometime. You need to quit catching those STDs, you know. I mean, rats, after all, carry a lot of diseases. I'm just fucking with you. Good to see you, Chuck E. Cheese. But yeah, folks, technology's changed. This device that was $1,000 is now like 30 bucks. It's sort of like my VHS, my hi-fi stereo VCR. I spent $250 for it. And my DVD player, I also spent $200 for it originally. Now you can get a DVD player from a Cracker Jack box. Of course, I still have a DVD player because I have my computer hooked up to my television set, so I can still play DVDs. Now my mama, I've showed y'all pictures of that. She still got her VHS player, her DVD, and her stereo system. I done hooked all of it up in one. But we got a couple things. You know, John Bravo released a new video. The only thing I got tonight is my water cup given to me by my good friend Pugman. Also, be sure to thank Pugman for that. I had a creme brulee, the birthday one that I have. I hadn't got around to eating it until now. It's pretty good too. It's really just pudding, folks. It's nothing fancy or anything like that. It's creme brulee pudding. That's 14 bucks.
This fight is happening tonight at 9 p.m. EST. Should be minty.
Matt with a $3 donation. Definitely appreciate that. Let's check out and see what you got here. But yeah, it's amazing how technology has changed. I'm also cutting off my business phone line too. That one's going to be gone. I'm going to use an AI agent plugin for my websites.
What do you want? I'll give you 10K. What else you want?
Nigga, I want your girl.
But she's not a minor, bro. You don't want her, bro.
I will unalive you on stream and record it. And you go viral, nigga. What? What, nigga?
Look. So this is the monster. He's live right now. Oh my gosh.
It's the king.
Yo, Seabot.
Nah.
What type of predator is he? Is he a child predator or something?
Nigga, it's the king.
Yo. How much you weigh? How much you weigh?
Nigga, 130 pounds of horror, nigga. And what?
130 pounds? Gang. You know what? I got something perfect. How about this? You want to set something up? You want to do something to make bread? Because it would be illegal if I beat your ass. So I got something else. How about this? I'll set something up, and if you beat who I got in this boxing match, you'll get 10K. But if you lose, guess what you gotta do? Guess what? If you lose, guess what you gotta do?
I'll become trans if I lose.
C-Bot, if you lose, because I'm gonna send you a contract. If you lose, guess what you have to do?
What, bro?
You gotta let us go through your phone. You gotta let us go through your phone.
Alright, bet.
Yeah, you gotta have all your apps. We already know you got Telegram. We know about Safeguard. We know about everything. You lose the boxing match, we go through your phone. Oh, he got quiet after that, chat. He got quiet after that. Yeah, I got somebody for you. And you know what? We'll make it easy for you. You know what? Because we know you're on a no-fly list, so we can set it up somewhere near you.
You police, nigga.
Bro, listen. If you beat who I got, you get 10K. Bro, man, it'll be too easy for me, man. I don't want it to be unfair.
Knock you out how that one nigga knocked you out.
Facts.
Facts.
But you agree? Yes or no?
Yeah, send the contracts. Send the contract, big boy. Sign the contract, big boy. It's already signed for me.
Hey, make sure your mom and stuff is there. I just want to find out genuinely, how many times did you get swatted after they leaked your social security number? After they leaked your credit card? Like, how bad was that? Yo, hey, I don't condone this at all. This is just a friendly tip. This man, they leaked his social security card, not just the number, the card. They leaked his credit card. No one got anything out of that, right? They leaked his address. They even know what bedroom he sleeps in. So I'm just trying to figure.
Now, hold the French toast. What type of predator is this person? I mean, they've not distinguished as far as what type of predator this person is. I'm still trying to figure that out. What type of predator is this person?
Swatted after they leaked your social security number, after they leaked your credit card. Like, how bad was that? Yo, chat, and his TikTok, they used to just put, for the picture, they would just put a picture of his house.
They got that drink.
Oh, you know what? Okay, here, C-Bot, here, okay? If the person I got loses, what do you want? I'll give you 10K, what else you want?
Nigga, I want your girl, feel me?
But she's not a minor, bro. You don't want her, bro. She's not a minor, man.
Oh, so this guy is a child predator. Ew.
I'll pass her to my 764 niggas on God.
Bro, you got no homies, bro. But hey, we'll get that contract. I already know your full name. And everything, so it'll be easy to get the contract written up. Hey, chat. I want to get it on stream right now. Do you agree, yes or no?
Shout out Killyverse, nigga.
Do you agree? Say yes or no.
Yeah, alright, what's chat saying? Yes, no.
No, don't worry about chat. Yes or no?
Yes. Oh, they're all saying yes. Yo.
So agree.
Send that shit.
So agree.
Send that shit. So send that shit. I agree. I did agree. What you
Say
want?
less. Hey, we sending the contract. Hey, don't worry. We know where you live. We already know where you live, gang. We know where you live. We know where you live.
So he's going to charge a boxing match with
that boy is going to delete everything off his phone. Chat. That boy's going to delete everything off his phone. Hold up. Look, chat, man. I don't even have to get his full. I know his full name and everything, bro. I can even put his social security number. I can put his social security number in the contract. So listen, this is going to be the stipulations, man. We're going to set up a boxing match, right? So he said what? He said 130 pounds? Bro, I got girls that can beat this dude. Bro's not even a heavyweight woman. Fox the G.
Come on, baby.
My man. How you doing? Long time no see.
I missed you, man. I missed you. But I'm happy, man. I got the call, get to beat up a little child predator.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been waiting for this moment for all my life. All of my training, all of my fights on Misfits, it all led up to this moment.
I guarantee, hey Matt, I hate to tell you this here, but chances are this fight is not going to be happening. I think it's just BS here. But if it does happen, we will broadcast it live because it will be minty as hell.
To this moment. And hold on. Let me show chat. Oh, that boy not smiling no more. That boy not smiling no more. Oh, dang, he got his head down and count. Hold up. But, you know, not everybody's familiar with you, Fox. So I think it's best that we show everybody what he's getting into. So what fight do you think I should show the people?
I think you, Small Spartan J. I love him, but that's the fight to show. My first knockout. My first knockout.
Ooh, okay.
Look up Fox the G versus J.
All right, I see it. And keep in mind, chat, this is 2 years ago. So imagine how much better he's gotten. Ooh.
And Fox the G landed a good shot and buckled his left.
Hold up. Oh, C-Bot, we not smiling no more. We not smiling no more. Fox, he's not happy.
No, I don't blame him.
He's not coming back.
But he was real happy when he was messaging that little girl, huh?
Oh, man. All those TikToks and stuff, he was laughing and giggling. He's not, no. He rolling, bro, you got this boy rolling up.
I still can't figure out how does he get 5 million views and he looks like a potato.
You got this boy fiending. Oh my.
Just crouch down.
Hold on, Chad, we gotta put that in slow-mo. Chad, C-Bot, I want you to see this in extra slow motion. You gotta see this in extra. I want him to see every punch to the minuscule. Bing, bing. Ooh, no, the ref got in. He messed up your combo, Fox. Let me see. Box. Bink, brink, bink, bink.
Alright, my fault.
Yo, man, that was a nasty knockout.
Little bits. It was solid.
Yeah.
But you said it, bro. We got better since then. We only improved.
That was 2 years ago, keep in mind. 2 years.
Bro, that was my first fight. That was the first one.
Oh yeah, GG's, chat. GG's, bro. I'm here. I'm gonna share my screen with you, bro. That boy. Did he turn his camera off? Bro, look at him. Oh, do you see the top dude, the top black dude with the dreads?
Oh hell no.
Bro, after you're done with him, man, they're gonna call this a hate crime.
I mean, it is. He's a child predator.
I like that. That was smooth. Ooh, you know.
Folks, do you really think that this boxing match is gonna happen? I don't know, Matt. It would be minty. Heck, I would come back up here and live stream tonight if it really happened. I mean, I really would.
Oh, what?
Where'd he go?
I think it's because I'm not on it. Let me go back on there. Let me see. Yeah, he's still there. That boy pacing around the house. Hold up. Let me join in. Let me see if he adds me back, chat. Oh my gosh, they're coping.
Okay, do you think that needs to...
Oh my gosh, they're coping so hard. Chat. Oh my gosh, Fox, they're calling us pedophiles. That's how they're gonna try to get out of this. Ironic as hell. This boy got a group of defenders in there to protect him.
Oh, they're defending him?
Yes!
Oh no. You got the pedo Avengers.
Yo, T-Bot, add me. I'm requesting the ad. Oh, does he not want to add me no more? Oh, chat.
Kids these days. They grow up so fast.
Shut up before I smack the shit up.
Why are you a grown man and talking to little kids?
Nigga, why are you mad kids don't want you, nigga? Is that what you're saying? You mad cause you gotta do a roast beef Arby's and I get the fucking, premium?
What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I cannot wait to genuinely on my whole life.
Take that durag off.
My whole life I've been waiting to know somebody like you and work to put our hands on somebody like you. Individual.
Nigga,
You're a sick individual.
You white with a durag on. You're mentally ill.
You're a grown man.
You're a wake up. Nigga, I'd rather be a pedo than a white nigga with a durag.
You know, this is actually better than listening to Dubs' flabbery.
Word of my dad.
You are disgusting. You are the scum.
Nigga, I'd rather
You're gonna die.
126 Systolic there, Chuck E. Cheese. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, that's good. That's a good result right there. So glad you. Fine there. You know, a lot of people who do juice there, they don't really check their blood work. You always got to check your blood work.
What's he talking about? Pussy, leave. You glitching.
Yo, C-Bot, you see that belt? You see that belt? It's about to be belt to ass. Belt to ass. Belt to ass.
I'll take that shit, nigga. Bro, I'm not your bro, nigga. I'm not your bro, nigga. Don't call me bro. We not bros, nigga.
You're right. I would never call a pedophile bro. I would never call a pedophile bro. I would never call a pedophile bro.
I will unalive you.
So this guy is streaming on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch all at once. That's a lot of work.
On stream and record it. And you go viral, nigga. What? What, nigga?
Yo, Fox the G.
You trying to go viral?
Yo, Fox. Fox. You know what went viral?
Yeah, tell me.
His house, bro.
Trying to go viral?
Bro, I literally know what the whole inside of his house looks like.
Really?
I know what the whole inside of his house looks like. I know what kind of credit card he has. I literally have a picture of the Social Security card he got given at birth.
Man, he got everything on you. He got everything on you.
Hold on a minute. Did the stream cut? Still running. Yeah, Kick does that shit for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, it occasionally will it'll cut out.
Yeah, I'll link my social security card right now. Stop.
Do it.
Stop. All right.
Leak it. And while you're at it, leak the DMs with the little kids that you like, bitch.
It does that. Even if you watch Clavicular's channel sometimes there, Ryan, it does the exact same thing that mine does. As well as everyone else's. I don't know if it's a cache issue with Kick, but it's nothing from my end that I'm doing specifically. Because I'm looking at the frame rates and everything. I think it's just something with what Kick is, the way Kick is streaming, so.
Yo, you know you got 50 minutes. Yo. What?
Yo.
You're not even ashamed.
C-Bot, when you free to get this going, man? Let's stop talking. When you free to get this going?
Nigga, oh my god, what is a job interview, nigga? As soon as possible, nigga. Facts. As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Today. I want to
Here, Fox, what all do you want when you win, Fox? The only stipulations I got is he has to let us go through his phone, and I said we cut those dreads.
Come on, dreads, nigga.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait, you gonna kill him or shit? You gonna beat him, right?
I'm just saying, you gonna have to kill me.
Oh! That's the plan, brother. That's the plan,
brother. I'm not your brother, nigga. You just say
brother. Bro, Fox the G more of a brother than you'll ever be. Fox the G more of a brother than you'll ever be.
Okay, buddy.
Bro, we would be doing you a favor. Bro, your dreads are dying. You have a dread that's holding on for dear life, bro. That stress of your house and your social security number getting leaked has killed your hair.
You a bitch.
I don't want something that's dying. Your hair is dying. Your hair is dying. Yo, C-Bot, how much you want? How much you want if you win?
Take that shirt off and show me your titties.
How much you want if you win? How much you want if you win?
I want your bitch. That's what I want.
But bro, she's not a minor, bro. She too old for you. She too old and you too chopped.
So I can't have your bitch? That's what you saying?
Bro, you a pair of chopsticks, bro. You can't handle nothing. That's why you going after kids, bro. Oh, you're skinnier than a pair of chopsticks.
I don't go after kids. That go after me. We're the bro. Stop it.
All right. Hey, Fox the G, when you free to get this poppin'?
Yo.
Oh, he ended.
Matt, if this fight happens for real, message me. I will live stream this shit. I will live stream it. If I get a copyright strike, I will live stream it on Kick. I will do that. Cause that would be minty. You know, beating up a PDF file, I mean, hey. The great one can always get down with that, but, you know, honestly, these are a bunch of, little teens and early 20-year-olds there. You know, and I don't want to sound like an old guy or anything like that, but, you know, some of their behavior and all is just childish. Now, folks, it's time to play that Wes Watson stuff here. Because we got something new from the granddaddy. So, let's check it out.
Most of them knew who he was, and they weren't having any of his and they put him in his place like a boy from the moment he walked in. He's sitting there, he's in the corner, keeping to himself. In fact, the withdrawals were so bad, they had to move Peggy to a completely different unit in the jail. So you know how we just...
If it happens, I will... Okay, I will be there.
Saw Peggy arrested again for the second time and thrown in jail for beating up that poor girl, holding her hostage like an asshole. All why? Because she went out and showed her tits and he couldn't handle it. Well, remember when that happened? The other two clown assholes that worked for him, Jose, the little bitch, his security guard, they sat there during that whole time when the girl was getting beat up and they didn't do shit to stop it. In fact, they stopped her from calling the cops and from leaving. When that happened, we were all wondering, what happened to these two assholes? Why didn't they get charged? Well, it turns out one, I think, ended up turning into a rat.
And folks, once someone rats, when someone actually gives up the goods, gives up some butthole, that's it, folks. That is it. You're done. It's time to make a deal, like Monty says. Let's make a deal. You can't win when someone turns state's evidence.
The other, thrown in jail, the same one as Peggy, charged with 2 felonies. And you know what I was thinking?
Because, folks, nobody's going to do time for somebody else. It just isn't going to happen. Both of them are going to turn evidence.
At least those 2 assholes are together again, and they can keep that pegging in the family. Wait until I show you this shit.
I just want to know about Megan. Doesn't everybody want to know about Megan? Women are very complex, but not. You see what I'm saying? Megan's a great person. She literally is her energy's infectious. I really love her to death.
So it's funny, you know how we never see Peggy all this time on social media? He never shuts his mouth. He's always flapping his mouth like a little bitch, right? Never shutting up, always getting himself into more trouble because of it. Well, for the first time in my life, I saw him like when I was in Catholic school, in choir, I was a good boy. I didn't open my mouth in church, getting my communion.
Yeah, I have to say, Wes Watson, when he was at his court trial, I've never seen him look that nervous, and he should be nervous. He is not getting out for a long time. We're going to be in flying cars by the time he gets out.
Well, this is the first time I saw it out of Wes, and you know why? He goes to court the next morning.
I mean, just look at him. First off, he's lost so much muscle. I mean, he almost looks like a bobblehead. I mean, look at that head. He used to be a lot bigger. Now, I mean, the drugs have just literally disintegrated him. But he's no longer that cool-looking person that, he just looks like it's like he's de-evolved, in other words. That's what drugs do to you. That's what happens when you don't follow the North Star, folks.
Arrest, and he's thinking he's getting bail, right? And the judge, she looks at him, she goes, "Listen, Peggy, you know what? You look like a piece of shit, and for that, you ain't getting..."
Hang tight just a second here. Gotta do something real quick.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back. Well, yesterday...
Actually, I played that other video previously. That was the wrong video. Sorry about that. I meant to play this one.
Today was a very happy day for a lot of us because, as you may have heard, Jose has been arrested for the part he played in Megan's assault. And this isn't just going to be another...
This one was the one I was supposed to play. What's up, AW1?
Video about Jose and his arrest and what he's going to go through in prison and everything that may or may not go on with him, because realistically I heard that he will probably just get some probation and will be just fine. Instead, what I want to talk about today is how Jose got to this place, how he even got involved with somebody like Wes, and how Wes used him as a pawn. In fairness, Jose allowed himself to even be used in the first place, but I want to talk about Jose's life prior to meeting Wes, coming from people who actually know him. But before we get into anything, welcome back to the channel. I'm Danielle. Please, if you could do me a favor and you decide that you enjoyed this video, please drop me a like and consider subscribing. Now, I've spoken to multiple people who were friends with Wes and Jose, and they told me by all accounts Jose was actually a good kid who got turned out by the whole fake rich Miami lifestyle, which, as we know, ended up chewing him up and spitting him out. Before Jose met Wes, he had a very, very humble life. He lived in a little tiny rinky-dinky one-bedroom apartment, and I'm not calling the apartment rinky-dinky, that was just their words. They told me that he had a longtime girlfriend and he drove a Mustang, which, you know, there is nothing wrong with driving a Mustang. There's nothing wrong with driving any car that gets you from point A to point B, but if we look...
Mustang ain't too bad. A Mustang's a pretty good car. It's American, you know, and stuff.
Look at the contrast and the way he brags about a Mansory Phantom and Lamborghinis and Bugattis and all this bullshit. It's a massive contrast from his humble beginnings. And if we look back to some of his older posts, even then he was posing in front of cars that weren't his. So not much.
Glad you could join us there, Andy. Welcome to the happy hour. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. That's the big show. We run that on both YouTube and Kick.
Has changed there. So Jose was just, you know, a follower of Wes. He was coached by him, mentored by him, right? And when he got into his inner circle, when he really started hanging out with Wes, he thought this was going to be the best thing ever. Wes would throw him $1,000 to $2,000 every now and then to basically be his errand boy, as we know. But unfortunately, very soon after Jose started hanging out with Wes, Wes started drinking and drugging again. And to no surprise, Jose followed suit. Even when Jose was preaching a life of sobriety and being sober and all of these things, shortly after, he would be doing the exact same.
As now I'm being labeled as a fake alpha male. First of all, whoever uses that term is just lame in general. What the hell? You guys, all I'm doing is showing you guys my daily life, how much being around my friends have changed the way I see life and the way I move around. I am now 2 years sober. I don't party, I don't do negative shit. All I do is post my daily life, all the positive things I do, and I know what works because it worked for me and I know how to help people. At the end of the day, they're just hating. They hate on what they gave up on. They're all just old dudes, bro. But you know what? I still got love for them. And you know what? If they want help, they can come around and I'll help them out. No hate. Because guess what? We winning.
And it didn't take long for Jose to fully step in, fully take over another man's life with no shame. Jose started driving Wes's cars. He started wearing Wes's jewelry, his watches, started having sleepovers at Wes's house, acting like, you know, he lived there. But in reality, at this time, he still had his one-bedroom apartment that he would go home to every now and then. He even started resembling him in many ways with, you know, the tattoos on his face and...
Who knows? They may have been having gay sex together. I don't know.
Talking like him. I mean, Jose, at this point, you should
call yourself a bitch, because that's what you are.
Because remember, Jose,
there's no point in placating my growth by just being nice to me. I hate that shit.
Jose was almost unrecognizable to his loved ones. He went from being this really good kid, a family kid by all accounts, with his girlfriend, who he did look very happy with at one time, and his one-bedroom apartment. And now he's become this sort of, you know, wannabe rich fitness or life coach, wearing another man's jewelry, being super obsessed with other men's tits.
If you look down and you have tits as a man, you should call yourself a bitch. There's nothing wrong with having tits.
Cussing all the time on Instagram, Jose was a completely different person than who he was prior to meeting Wes. And as we know, Jose didn't just become his butler. He became his full-time live-in.
Remember, folks, you can't spell butler without butt.
And minion, copying everything he did, going everywhere with him, cleaning up after him even, wiping his ass, driving him places, accompanying him to every party, every club, every yacht party. He was literally doing Wes's bidding at every beck and call.
If your homie is winning and he's at the level you want to be at, before you go over and fuck him over and make him lose, for the love of God, keep him winning. Make sure he wins so much, because by extension, you win too. Before you go over and cross him over, Think for a second. That's your next level.
Which brings me to Megan's assault, because this is a night when things really escalated. Megan was being brutalized and held against her will, and I remember telling you guys.
See, a normal person would have walked out and just called the cops, not even try to confront Wes about that, you know, as far as beating a woman, or stop the actual beating itself here, or calm him down enough to where you could call the police. I mean,
guys, that I had seen a cut on her forehead that was bleeding, that in my opinion looked like it needed stitches, and well, instead of getting her proper medical care, Jose was actually the one who glued her wound shut. So yeah, Jose wasn't just around that night, he was actively involved. This kid who, you know, from what I've been told, came from a good family, had a very happy relationship with a girl at one point, very humble beginnings, was now involved in a very serious crime because he allowed himself to be so controlled and used by another man, he could not stand up and say no, not even to protect a woman.
Just look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. You can always change. It's up to you.
Now, if you remember, a couple of days after this whole event, Wes was the first one to be arrested, and I had thought and hoped that Jose was also going to be arrested that night, right alongside Wes, but he wasn't. Instead, what he did was just carry on like nothing happened, continued to do all of Wes's chores around the house, drive all of Wes's cars, showing them off. He, of course, took back the rented cars like the good little butler he is, but Jose was even posting photos inside of Wes's house, lounging around as if he owned the goddamn place. And if you've been watching his Instagram stories, he was even doing the same goofy ass push-ups on the staircase in the same exact place that Wes used to record himself doing push-ups. Very odd behavior. Just
it is not odd behavior. You know, that the rentals and everything in the house, there's nothing like creating some good advertising. There's nothing like creating hours and hours of advertising for your use in the future. He already knew that house is gone. The cars are going to be gone. You may as well make some commercial ads there. That's what I say. You know, squeeze all the life out of that house there because it's going to be gone. So I'd be doing the same thing, although I wouldn't even be in that situation to begin with. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is.
fully stepping
in other words, that nigga dumb.
into this role. At one point, he even posted how much he missed his daddy while on a FaceTime call with him. I believe he even went to go visit him in the Broward County jail, and of course, he posted about it. He even posted himself holding a Wes Watson rosary, as if Wes is some sort of god. This clown had fully taken over Wes's house, his cars, his routine, his identity, his whole persona, and yet still, somehow, he wasn't embarrassed about it. So this whole time,
why? He's getting free rent. I mean, obviously he wasn't paying for any of that shit. It's all in Wes's name. So why not enjoy the place? That's just me.
While Wes has been in jail, Jose has been keeping up with the entire house, keeping everything clean, nice and tidy for Wes, until yesterday, when he decided to turn himself in. Because at that point, there was already a warrant out for his arrest, and eventually he decided to turn himself in, and he was
yeah, he's going to turn evidence. He's gonna rat out Wes there,
charged with tampering with a witness, including hindering or delaying communication to law enforcement, and false imprisonment. Now, this was a video he posted on his way to jail.
Alright, this is some serious shit. If you had an active warrant right now for your arrest, would you rather get picked up in the cop car or just pull up to the jail in that Mansfield Phantom? I'm like, I think I already know my option of what I picked, but and of course, there's only one song I'm blasting on my way to jail.
So he was very excited about this whole experience. He even posted
no one should be excited about going to jail.
Posted this photo op prior to walking.
He must have been watching a little bit of that, too much of Wolf of Wall Street.
Into the jail, saying "Crown Jose" to be continued. And watching that video really reminded me of this one Wes posted.
You guys, do you know what it feels like to hop in a Mansory satin black Phantom with all options? Not that bench back seat, that bitch back seat, not that bullshit ass back seat.
And that Mansory Phantom.
Mansory Phantom.
Mansory Phantom. Mansory Phantom.
So if you listen to the way they talk, it's the same exact tone, same exact cadence, copying Wes to a T. But here's the thing. Jose clearly idolized this man fully, but the admiration was never mutual because Wes never respected guys like this. In fact, he openly has talked about many times about men who worship him, even ones who support him, guys who watch his content content. He has called them lames and losers who have never done anything with their lives. Wes has purposefully created minions who will do anything for him, be at his beck and call, and he doesn't respect them for it.
The sad thing is everybody who says, I still watch your old videos and I like your old videos, they're always the biggest dorks and lames. Like, it's never like a guy who's like a stud, who like is thriving in life. Please stop it, okay? Like, just tell me that you watched a few old videos and now you're a motherfucking stud. Please, please. Like, cause you guys are just, hey, you should watch old videos. That was 5 years ago. You're still a fucking dork, bro. Like, you're still not killing it, bro. Do you understand how much pussy I pull with these fucking FaceTimes and headsets? It's crazy. I literally can, dude, I pull any bitch I want in Miami at all times. There would be like a lineup of like 5 different ones at my pad at the same time. And I'm like, dude, I got a chick. Like, you can't suck my dick through my pants. Like, it's all good.
There go. Her face. So personally, I don't think Wes ever respected Jose. I've heard about many accounts where Wes yelled at Jose.
How can Wes respect Jose when he doesn't even respect himself? He doesn't respect his body. He doesn't respect other women. I mean, you can't respect someone else when you don't respect yourself.
They called him names, fought with him, and Jose, all he ever was a lapdog for Wes, a little minion, a little servant to do anything for him anytime he wanted, and he fulfilled his role happily. In fact, he mocks losers like Jose. He constantly mocks guys like him. And for some reason, Jose was just too dumb to see the truth. He gave up his whole life for this guy. He gave up his girlfriend, who he seemed very happy with at one point. He gave up his, happy little humble lifestyle to follow this man around like a little puppy dog. Most people are able to look at a guy like Wes and realize that this is a joke. This guy is a complete clown. But we have to remember that there are some people out there that take this shit seriously, that take him at face value, that actually take this kind of stuff to heart. And ultimately, it's all fake. It's a completely fake online persona that he's created for views. And I don't know if it's, whether Jose doesn't have enough life experience. I don't know if he was just super sheltered as a kid. He does come from what I hear is a good family, which in that case, I would love to know what his parents think about what he...
I get tired of people saying he comes from a good family. Coming from a good family does not guarantee that you're going to act right. I'm just going to be honest with you. Sometimes you get caught in the matrix.
He did that night and the person he has become. I also want to know how Jose would feel if his sister were the one in Megan's shoes. And ultimately, this is a really sad story about what happens when somebody gives up themselves for, luxury and a fake lifestyle and parties and the glitz and the glamour and the vapid materialistic lifestyle, trying to chase something that will never be yours, that was never yours to begin with, belonged to another man. You trying to insert yourself into another man's life, and look how it ended up for you. In the end, Wes is not going to be there for Jose. As much as Jose feels like, he's going to get some sort of street cred or something standing by Wes's side, Wes would not give him that same loyalty. Wes is about himself. He's always been about himself. He will continue to be about himself, and he will not for a second sacrifice anything for another man, much less his freedom. So at the end of the day, Wes is going to try to save himself, and Jose is going to try to save Wes.
Wes can't save himself. He started everything. Who is Wes? How can Wes go and save himself? He's the one that did all the beatings here. The Popo don't want the butler or anyone else. They want Wes. Those two are going to make a deal. Wes Watson is not getting out until he's in his late 60s. The way things are going. He's not getting out for a while. We're not going to have to put up with him anymore. By the time he gets out, he's going to be an old man.
Which, good luck, buddy.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you thought about all of this. I thought it was really sad hearing about Jose's past and, the person that he was prior to meeting Wes. Again, these are just things that have been told to me by some of their old friends. But I think it's really sad how this guy has pretty much thrown away his whole life for not even a woman, for another man, a man who didn't care whether or not he ruined your life. It's just really shocking how somebody could be that blind and dumb. Anyways, guys, thanks again. Please
all those two are gonna get is probation. Okay, that's it. They don't have any criminal charges. You see, the problem with Wes here, folks, is a couple of things. Number one, Wes already has a previous criminal record for violence. He did 10 years for armed robbery and stuff. So he already has a record. And then he has that assault at the gym, and now this. Do you seriously think a judge is only going to give him like 2 or 3 years or 5 years? No, he's going to be in there for 20 years at least. At the very least, if, you know. I mean, look what they did to War Machine, you know, when he beat the... I mean, that was 20... He's got like... He won't be out until he's like 70, you know. That's what drugs do. Well, if I didn't know him, Ryan, probably yes. But once I got the, you know, but the thing about it is, it probably would have all for been about maybe a week or so, Ryan. The reason being is once you gauge a person's lifestyle, I would not want to guard someone that garners a dangerous lifestyle where there's a potential liability as far as to having to continuously protect them. But chances are Wes was probably using a, you know, using a security company. And then, of course, folks, we got to do the Somali thing. Couple of updates on that one. I'm going to see if I can find a short as far as this is concerned. Here we go. I got to do the Johnny Somali update.
Ramzi Khalid Ismail, aka Johnny Somali, is facing his fate as he is sentenced on April 15th, but he now has a new cope about his guilty plea.
So, like I said, he has 6 days, and he's gonna get. I mean, this year a lot of people are gonna go to jail. Oh, by the way, folks, I almost forgot. Before we begin, folks, I got some sad news. And it's better that I just show you it. DJ Africa Bambada passed away at 67, one of the early pioneers of hip-hop, folks. So, 1 minute of silence for this man right here. One of the founders of hip-hop, of rap music. 1 minute. Now, folks, I want to make this clear, okay? Now, I'm going to make this very clear so I don't get any flack for it. I'm only celebrating his efforts as far as being a pioneer of hip-hop. At no point in time am I even giving him props for the allegations to where he allegedly sexually abused multiple men, you know, being a straight up Fleece Johnson. You know, he was never officially charged. He got a default judgment and he didn't show up for court. So I'm celebrating his life, not the allegations. It's sort of like O.J. Simpson. You have to celebrate his football capabilities, but not about killing the white woman and the Jew, okay? We celebrate O.J. Simpson's football, not about killing the white woman and that Jew. All right? Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. No sound? Oh, we did a moment of silence there, Matthew. So I don't know whether he actually did that stuff. You know, what I generally think he is that he was just a closet homosexual. All right? You always have to give it halfway. That's probably the most likely thing. All right? But in any event, folks, that's the one thing you always have to do. You have to celebrate the positives, but you have to disown the negatives. Bill Cosby. You know, I learned a lot from Bill Cosby about family and about being black and everything like that. But folks, when it comes to knocking out women, you have to disown that type of stuff. R. Kelly made great music. Did you ever think that you would be this rich? Did you, and stuff. Made great music. But the stuff that he did, the women peeing on them on video. By the way, how in the world is it possible for someone to pee on a 14-year-old girl and not even get charged with it when it's actually on video? It's amazing just how being famous can block you from other stuff. So remember, folks, applaud the positives, disown the negatives in life. Just saying. All right, back to the video.
We're into that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is a Fast Facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. So as you all well know in our opening statements, Ramzi Khalid Ismail aka Johnny Somali's trial is over except for the sentencing date on April 15th. Now, RKI, throughout the trial, which started in March of last year, 2025, refused to plead guilty. He said, I'm not guilty. I'm not going to plead guilty. He then proceeded to plead guilty on a number of charges.
Hang tight for a minute here. Hold on. What is going on? I need to check something real quick. All right, that's a duplicate.
Charges out of the 8 he believes.
Oh, he was probably a homosexual there, Quick Pump. We'll never know. I'm not even going to try to touch base. He made some great music, and that's all that matters.
Proceeded to plead guilty on 6 out of the 8, including the Minor Crimes Act, the obstruction of business charges. Those all he pled guilty to, 6 in total. But 2 he held out on the deepfake charges, saying, I refuse, I am going to fight those to the end. He also tried to get Bong Bong charged with a deepfake charge. He filed a claim against her. That did not get processed or put through. She was not charged at all. He also tried to have the Korean courts accept a settlement with Korean streamer Jungman, but in fact, that was denied, and he was not given that settlement and having that knock those charges off his record. But now we have a new cope, which is absolutely hilarious regarding his guilty plea.
If I would have pleaded guilty to everything, I'm 100% telling you guys,
Is he posting in a restroom or something?
I would have been in America already. I would have been in America already right now. If I would have just pled guilty to everything, I would have been in America right now.
So that's the new cope. The new cope is he would have been in America if he pled guilty. Now, this to me is absolutely hilarious. I saw this and just laughed because, a year ago, I had made some comments along the same lines, but with a little bit different flavor. And I'm going to give you a little bit of explanation on why, yes, this is accurate in terms of he would have had a lighter sentence possibly possibly. It doesn't mean he would have got out of punishment. It doesn't mean he would have gotten away with anything. It doesn't mean he would necessarily get a suspended sentence. But certainly I had said this back in August of 2025. Listen in. Juicebox Poppy 182 says, imagine how Bo Narki is. He watches you to get updates on his own case and copes and sees seeing how much support you get. I know. You know what's really sad, guys? I gave him good advice. This is 2025. I gave him good advice. I even said today, if he wanted to be guilty on everything and get this over soon, plead guilty. If he pled guilty, this thing could have been over and sentencing would have been in September or October. Now, he's got a late October date, almost November. It's October 29th. This trial will go probably in December and in January at this point. Maybe longer, could be November, but probably December, January, 2026. And even if it gets pushed more and goes to February, here's the scary thing. The judge...
When it comes to Vince McMahon, his problems have only begun. And he recently had that car accident, Chuck E. Cheese. Now, with that being said, he's probably too old to be punished. With the amount of money he has, he'll be long dead before they get him on anything, you know. But in any event, you know, yeah, money talks and bullshit walks sometimes.
Judges can rotate in February. So if the judges rotate out, it can take several months for a new judge to get up to date. He might not get out of there till mid-2026 if this thing really gets pushed far. If he listened to me and pled guilty on everything, said he was sorry, submitted an apology, all that good stuff, he would have been out there sooner. Or at least, look, even if he was sentenced, as soon as he starts serving his sentence, the sooner he's out of there. The sooner he accepts that he is not getting away with this, the better. But he refuses to do that. And that's the real key. The key is that back then we gave him the right advice. Now, the important thing to contextualize here and the important thing to add in is the fact that, hey, he would have had to be sincerely apologetic. That means he would have had to actually feel remorse and actually want to apologize. Something he repeatedly has said he has no remorse. He doesn't care. He doesn't really, respect the Korean system. And we'll get into some footage that shows how he doesn't respect them. In fact, he directly has attacked them on live stream. But that said, he would have to compensate the victims, to make it whole with the victims, to pay them back, to say sorry personally to them.
It's way too late for that.
Those victims of his crimes, to come to an agreement. But instead, we had victims that filed literal recommendations for extreme punishment. They filed with the court, we want them to be extremely punished, severely punished with the court. That's what we've had instead of sincere reconciliation. And just understanding his motive, that's another thing. And having a motive out there that was understandable instead of, oh, this is just clout, this is just money, I don't really care, your system is a joke. And beyond that, he went out there and directly attacked the judge and prosecutor. Now, this is a little clip that I played before, but it's important not to forget as we get towards sentencing.
Shout out the president, you, the judge, the prosecutor, y'all can suck my dick, bitch ass niggas. Yeah. Suck my dick on soft. Tell them what the charges is. Fucking.
I gotta play that again.
Shout out the president, you, the judge, the prosecutor, y'all can suck my dick, bitch ass niggas. Yeah. Suck my dick on soft. Tell them what the charges is. Fucking carrying a fish. Tell them. Carrying a fish and causing anxiety. Causing anxiety by carrying. Tell the judge you can suck my dick. I'll bring a fish to your mother's house, bitch. I don't care.
So that's what Johnny Somali thinks it is. Of course, that's not.
And you can guarantee the judge saw that too.
Not the case. There are six charges related to the different acts he did around Seoul. Not just the fish, but disturbing the metro. Hey, using profanity, talking about sex in front of children at Lotte World, going all around and harassing people in public. There's multiple incidences that are logged on there, not just a fish. And then beyond that, he's got the 2 deepfake crimes, which are considered sexual crimes, and we'll get him on the sex offender registry in Korea. All of those are very, very, very severe. But what does he say? F the judge, F the prosecutor, F the system. How do you think they're going to take that in Seoul, South Korea? But real quick before we go, if you guys haven't had a chance to get your cabbage plushie, we do have those available now, and you can catch those on the link below.
That is the gayest thing I've ever seen there. And believe me, when I say something is the gayest thing, that's coming from an expert. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. Nobody wants your fucking cabbage plushie.
They are now available right in time for the trial. But now, let's go to the judgment. In my judgment today, Ramsey has lasted over a year. He now knows he will be found guilty on the deepfake charges, and this is mega extreme cope. He wanted to fight these. He wanted to make sure these didn't get put through. He was very scared of the mandatory jail time on this one. He's really relying. His only hope is if the judge gives him a suspended sentence. He is banking on, please, 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 God, please, judge, give me a suspended sentence. Well, you told F the judge. You said you're going to bring a fish to the judge's mother's house. How do you think he's going to take that? Do you think he's going to look at that lightly for a suspended sentence? And in my mind, and in the mind of the Somali conviction team, everybody who's been working on this for now almost 2 years of collecting evidence, submitting it to court, covering this case, we know he's not going to learn unless he gets actual jail time. Anything but actual jail time is going to be considered by Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail as a win. And that's exactly why we need this to come out this particular way. And we are hoping it comes out that particular way. And we'll stay tuned to the coverage as we come into the sentencing next week. But I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
That was a pretty good video there. Suck it soft. Alright, folks, I'm going to keep the stream open for another 5 minutes. Me checking out some other stuff there. Trying to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm not really eating much. Yeah. Oh boy. Yep, tomorrow, folks, be sure to tune in. 9:00 p.m. Y'all know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the midnight run, folks. And we gonna run, nigga, run! We gonna really do it upright, folks. Indeed. You know, the one thing I hate most about the news and stuff is that they're always bringing these conspiracy theories. Kurt Cobain was killed. No, he blew his head off. They're just trying to stir up stuff. Oh, by the way, folks, to all of my fellow piss troopers that are 18 and 26, just remember, you're now automatically registered for the draft. Now, folks, the great one doesn't have to worry about the draft. You want to know why? Because I'm 49 years old. They're not going to bring an old man in there, okay? Guess what? I'm officially an old man and you're not. They can't draft my black ass for no reason. God. Yeah, the great one is not getting drafted, folks. Nope. And you know, it's kind of sad that, you know, we have to even mention the word draft. If people actually get recruited, it's going to be like that movie Starship Troopers. We don't even need people to begin with. All wars are now fought automated by AI and drones and stuff like that. What is that needed for anyway? Doesn't make any bit of sense whatsoever. It's plain stupid. Yeah. Oh, they upped it to 41. Get out of here, Ryan. Really? Oh, man, that's effed up. Dang. That means you caught in the rapture, too. Dang, Ryan, man. That's messed up. They upped the draft to 41? Oh my God. What are they thinking that's gonna happen? We don't need a draft. I mean, everything is fought by drones and AI. We are gonna get killed in midterms. We are going to get killed. No doubt about it, folks. We're gonna get killed. Well, why? I just don't. You know what the worst part about it is there, Ryan? You can't lie and say you're a homosexual, because Trump will say, that's okay, we'll let fags join too. Yeah, that don't ask, don't tell ain't around no mo. Indeed. I mean, you could run to Canada. You could be a conscientious objector. But, you know, I feel sorry for you folks, man. That's messed up. Well, Brett's probably just as old as I am. Actually, I'm actually older than Brett. Yeah, folks, I'm actually older than Brett. I think he's like 46 or 47. Dang. That's messed up there. Draft age is up to 42 years old? Shit. Oh well, tough break, niggas. And speaking of tough break, it's time for me to break up out of here like Turbo and Ozone, you know? I gotta leave, folks. So that is the end of Happy Hour. I want to thank Matty Matt for donating. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Y'all be sure to tune in for tomorrow. Midnight Run, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square. All right? We're going to have a good time. Not for a long time, but for a good time. Well, technically a long time. 3 hours. That's a long time, folks. I mean, most shows are like an hour, so you're getting 3 shows in one. Well, that's what meth does to you there, Ryan. You know Brett he has to take drugs looking like that. You can't look like that without taking drugs. I mean, you just can't. But okay, I'm out. Peace and soul. Or as Genova says, okay, peace out, bye-bye.